All right, so we're back from Worlds. Overall, like I guess okay performance individually to some extent. Some good fencing followed with a very disappointing loss, but those things all happen. Just before this, I want to preface like this is not a rip on Mr. Ewart. I think he's a phenomenal fencer. I think he just had a kind of a momentary in the moment he had kind of a bad bout and I just kind of rised up to the occasion. So like two things happened, right? I think he underperformed and I may have overperformed a bit. So like not a rip on him. Use this video to help yourself with lefties in general and set up a game plan. So before the bout started, I've already fenced Stiffen once in a knack and I wouldn't say he killed me, but like it wasn't I didn't exactly put the fear of GP in him, as it were. So he's a tall lefty. I know he has a very good six, and he's surprisingly long, pretty good at the foot and the leg. So my first thought is, can I beat a six? I was pretty sure that I could because I had been fencing a lot with Cohen, some of the Israelis at a training camp in Israel the week before. And so my first thought was like I need to beat a six, or I need to find out if I can use it to my to my potential. Then after that, basically just go from there. If I had to make up a new plan, it would have been how I would have gone from there, but I didn't really have to here. So the bout starts, and realistically, like I don't feel like it was just a bit of mutual respect. He pushes, he pulls, pushes. Here we're getting kind of close. I'm not really getting any. Didn't really get any, unexpected reactions. I saw this, so I was like, okay, so he's a little twitchy. But I still felt safe. So just fast forward a bit. Nothing really happens other than I still know he wants to do his patented six. So here I didn't respect that. Alright, he catches me sleeping. And he gets me on a more or less straight attack. Really beautiful lunge. Picture perfect. So there I'm like, okay. Like I cannot be passive. I need to be very assertive or is it going to be hard? So here I'm thinking like my foot hit has actually been working lately. So I just start setting up. And like when he was being kind of passive like that, his foot was being kind of telegraphed. As I just took my shot. We both kind of saw the idea. I was just a little ahead. High. I just got there first. French grip power. He gets me back. That didn't really hurt, honestly. Like his tip, like hit right to the side here. So it just kind of caught me off guard. So again, here I'm like, really important that I cannot go back without doing something about it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna bother his hand like crazy. So here. So this one gave me a lot of info. His hand goes low. When he steps back forward, I wanted him, I thought I was trying to bait out a 6. But he actually went with 8 first. But if your tip is sharp enough, you'll always be able to hover around there. So I didn't necessarily mean to hit that cleanly, because you see I kept going after, and I would have, he did do a 6, right? So I just went in with a good feint, happened to have hit on the way in, but my goal is just to go in and see his reaction. You see, he would have got the parry, but I wouldn't have been able to actually get punished for it. But we got the feint because we practice good feints at practice. A feint that cannot hit is not actually going to hit. Right? It's not a feint. If their feint can't hit, it's not actually a feint. So here he seems to really want to take the helm. But it was really big. Right? So he went in. I got around the 6, but then he goes into 7. But I'm relatively comfortable. I thought this would double. In the moment, I thought I doubled. But it looks like I actually grazed him on the knee in. So he's a little surprised. I thought it would be a double. Then here, my shoe is actually a tiny bit loose. Wasn't actually using the old... This was back to my plan to bother his hand like crazy. I knew he'd do 8-6, so I figured if I do a little flick on top, worst case nothing happens. But then I hit, and we actually double. So that really scared me on his tip. So all right, let's not flick too much. Let's stay on the, that aggressive tip penetration. So here's why this worked. So this was the one where I needed to see if I could beat a 6. So he backs up. I kind of stay put, plant my foot. And I land just a little bit first. French grip power. So here I know he's a little distraught. Right, he could have been a double, but I went in confident, so it was my action. So here, that was a bit of a rushed action, right? Just very half-hearted. That's not the same lunge that we saw earlier in the bout. This was, I've seen better out of him. So here, just by how half-hearted this was, I felt he was a little, I don't want to say discouraged, but he was feeling some pressure or something, right? Maybe I was being extra annoying. But at that point, I said, I got to stay on the game, and I can take this bout, right? So I put my tip low, just to see if he wants to come look for it. But here I'm pretty sure we just want to go to. So in the minute here, I was kind of feeling that he wasn't fencing. He was a little, I could tell he was a little annoyed at himself. So I figure if I can catch him on a few more hits, he might actually start to panic a bit. And then there's one thing that I really noticed there during the first period is when he'll push and then he backs up, backs up, and he really wants you to follow too close to get him, right? So he'll push, back up, and you'll see here a few times, and then I can actually use that. What he's looking for to kind of get what I'm looking for. So I was thinking he's going to push, he's going to back up, I'm going to follow closely. He's going to push, he's going to back up, I'm going to follow closely. And then when he starts pushing again, I'm just going to ram into him. So that's what I was thinking at the time. Right, so we're seeing something kind of there. Push back up. Push. Back up. Boom. Right? So right on this kind of re-entry. I was even a little out of distance. I just kind of show high. He's not quite ready. French grip double, right? I'm not even like, this isn't exactly a super lunge. It's just a well-timed one. Right, so again here. So now he's still pushing, right? He's not pulling. Like, I know he's just pulling, so all I need to do is find my tip back. French grip power. So I remember seeing this specifically. I was like, damn, like he's annoyed. So what do we do when someone's annoyed? We keep them annoyed. Then again, right, like, that being said, like, keep anyone annoyed on the strip. 0 BM here. Like, I don't think either of us were being malicious. We're just in the fencing tactics game. Okay, so this point was really critical. So I'm seeing like a 6, but like a lot of shoulder. So 6, I kind of just feint to the outside, go in, and I go in before he can even parry. Right, so this is just attention grabbing. Big step, show, I grab attention. He has to reach around, get my blade, we hit. If you want to hear my voice crack, have fun. I tried to scream LA, but it just didn't come out at all. So then obviously, like, people, like, you could say, why is he rushing? Well, he's down 4 points. Maybe second period, he could, right? But, like, obviously he wants to do something tactically. Maybe could have waited it out more, but he is getting a lot of pressure. So you see this? So this was pretty classic of him. Back up, pressure. So he starts with the 8. See, so here I know I still have room, so I'm not completely freaked out. 8, he feels the 6. He kind of misses, and then like, does he miss or am I at good distance? It's hard to tell. But like, I just kind of flick it in. And then we kind of like flat flicked each other. Like, see, like there's like zero bad vibes off each other. So here, so this was a good start of a change. He's building off more from 8, and then I'm freaking out about the 8. You see, like, I'm kind of panicking on the 8, and really well-timed flesh. So, there's not much to say. I can't say I went in, right? I went in after his toe hit. And then he grabs my blade. And this is a good freeze frame. And then I just kind of flick it in a little faster. And here, like, kind of a bit of a rushed attack. I hit the knee first, but I think I would have got the duck also. So he's a little like not much of a left to read in here. He just kind of keeps going. But let's keep going towards here. So here, check this. So just a little. So here we kind of, so I kind of just start windmilling 4. That way I can kind of, right, so I start showing 4. There's something you can do. It's not like, it's not guaranteed, right? I show 4, show it again. That way he's kind of like looking into it. And then when he finally snaps, I can get a relatively easy double. Right, so just kind of grab the attention. Take it here. Please take it here. And then when he does, you can just slide off. So a very proactive double. So at this moment, this is where, like, you know, obviously anyone who follows this knows that I've been choking a lot in moments where I've been leading a lot. So in a moment, I told myself, don't choke. And I almost went back to old habits. So here, that finger, like I told myself, don't tell yourself don't choke. Go get your next hit. Set it up. Don't just get that double. Get your next hit. And that's more or less what I did. Right? Breathe. Whereas this is really important here, not to choke. Look, so, or not to fall into the trap, right? You push, push. See, he backs up. You don't overfollow this. Yeah, see. Backs up. And that's the moment you can get it. So this was kind of like from the game plan. Push, back up, and then we can get a reaction. So yeah, I don't. Overall, I think it's just a moment where I managed to step up. I think Steven's a insane fencer, and I think he's going to keep popping off as the years come. I think he's a great fencer. So like, this is not a Steven roast. I think I just stepped up and he underperformed, and I had more of a plan than he did. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed a bit of the psych the psych analysis, and I was happy that I was able to actually not throw a lead for once this season. And thank you for watching. That's the end of my worlds for this one. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you. We got another run. Let's keep it going. Thank you.